What's up, gamers? This is MrsViolence, and I'm coming at you with a commentary over some Call of Duty awesome footage that I get my first MOAB with. And I start the game off with First Blood right there with that awesome nade into yellow corner. And I'm actually not going to do like a play-by-play, which I'm sure all of you guys thought I was about to do. But I'm not. I announced that I was going to put together my Q&A number 3 with my MOAB video. So here it is. And I got my first question from a good buddy of mine named Boy Scout Cookie. And he asks, if you could have 6 people on your side for the zombie apocalypse, who would they be? Well, I'd probably have to go with my dad, since he is, you know, the man, and he knows anything and everything about weapons and probably survival situations. He's like my own personal Bear Grylls, so that's someone I would love to have. Also, my 2 brothers, they have good heads on their shoulders when it would probably come to, you know, the zombie apocalypse. They'd put me down if I got bitten, and I'd put them down, so it'd be easy to live with, very mutual understanding. They're also very into weapons, and they love guns and stuff like that, so they'd probably be really excited that the zombie apocalypse happened. Another person I'd have to go with is Shane from Walking Dead, and I talk about Shane because it is the final, you know, it's the finale, you guys. No more Walking Dead until fall. So we're all screwed, and that kind of sucks. But Shane was awesome. I thought he was the badass character of them all. He had the right head going into it, but kind of came out psychotic because of, you know, Lori. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but so, you know what happens to Shane. And in the end, it, you know, bit him in the ass with Rick, but it was a good guy. He was a good guy, you know, and he was very smart and handy with a knife and a gun and a shotgun, which I absolutely adored. Now, these 2 next people are Ultimate Gamers, and if you don't know who they are, go Google them. So I got my girl Cat Gun, who I would love to have with me during a zombie apocalypse. I think that'd be fucking hilarious of her. And, you know, we'd mow some zombies down, plus she's totally badass, and why wouldn't I want her, you know, someone with the last name of Gun, why wouldn't I want that with me during the zombie apocalypse? And the last person that I would want with me would be Jeff, in Control. Yes, the StarCraft player, you guys. Jeff and I are good buddies, but he's a freaking boss, and I would totally trust him to, you know, survive and take care of the group, and it would be pretty cool. So those are my 6. So my next question comes from Overachiever. Who do you have a crush on? Well, Overachiever, I think a lot of people know my big crush is Jeff Gordon. Yes, the NASCAR driver, you guys. Secret obsession. I love NASCAR. And Jeff Gordon has been my dream man since I was like 8 years old when he first joined NASCAR, and I thought he was the cutest guy ever. And my dad said I would run around just seeing, you know, talking about JG and the number 24 car and DuPont. And so I guess, yeah, that's my biggest crush. If anything else, it would probably be, you know, every girl's answer, Leonardo DiCaprio or something. Do you ever play hardcore? And that comes from Felipe Silva. Well, I do play hardcore. I just don't prefer it on console shooters. It's not as enjoyable as it is on PC, because PC, you have to have the fastest reactions. And on console, there is somewhat of, you know, delays here and there, and it kind of robs you of that experience for hardcore. Plus, no one competes in it. I mean, tournaments are not placed in hardcore. It is standard, you know, health regeneration and stuff like that. So that's probably why. I'm not going to really practice something that I don't play on a day-to-day basis. But I have played it, so don't get me wrong. I have played hardcore. Alright, next question. By Diana. I'm going to butcher your last name, so I'm just not going to say it. Diana, what was one of your first games that got you hooked? I had to actually ask my dad for the answer for this one, but it would be Twin Cobra, and I wouldn't remember that at all. But my dad said I'd literally spend countless amount of quarters at the local burrito shop, actually, here in San Diego, on Twin Cobra, Galaga, and Pac-Man. So those were some of my first games, and I guess those were the arcade games that really got me into gaming. And, you know, I continued on every system throughout the years. I know I know. It's a repeated question, but you know, I've played them all, you guys. Some of my favorite games range from all different systems. So I did start out, you know, on some arcades, some NES, all that jazz, and all the way up into the 360. Yay me. Alrighty. From Tommy Freeman. If you never picked up a controller, what do you think you would be doing right now? That's pretty easy. I was really headstrong in high school about what I wanted to be if I wasn't going to be a gamer, but I wanted to be a marine biologist. I belong in the ocean. I belong with the whales and the dolphins and the sea urchins and the algae. You know, I really do love it all in the ocean, and I think sharks are the most fascinating creatures on this planet. So either a marine biologist or a musician. I was very big into band and very big into music and music appreciation. I was also a member of the Triumph Music Honor Society, and I was just a band nerd, band geek, and I loved anything and everything music. Jazz, classical, blues, you know, big band stuff. So those were my two career destinations if I weren't to ever pick up a controller. Alright, my next question comes from Chanfree. How do you feel about the news of sexual harassment in the fighting game community, and do you think those writers are more focused on the bad than the good? Well, to answer the first question, I thought it was pretty outrageous. I couldn't believe that actually happened, but I read up all about it, and it was a pretty big deal. But the way she handled it was, I think, as best as possible. And what the mainstream focused on was what he was saying about other communities and how he was describing the entire fighting game community, which was just ridiculous. And I know a lot of people disagree with him, I'm sorry, but it was intense. You know, the writers did what they did. They covered the media. They covered all aspects of it, and it was pretty crazy. Last question, do you do your makeup to play games? Toxic possession. No, I do not. I actually wear my makeup all day, and then I get on and game with you guys. Alrighty? And I'm going to go ahead and just thank you guys right now, because this is where I get my MOAB. So thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like. And also, if you could follow my other social media networks in the description below, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you guys do want to game with me or have the chance to game with me like all of these guys did, they were all community members from my live stream, go ahead and hit up my live stream. I stream daily. And I stream Call of Duty, you know, Battlefield, Black Ops, Need for Speed, Assassin's Creed, stuff like that. So if you want, go ahead and hit me up, like my stream, and be sure to tune in when I am gaming, because I do take guys from my live stream chat and I do invite them to do total destruction like this. So thanks for watching again, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.